Well, a little surprised, to be honest. I mean, uh, I don't think anyone had us projected there. I thought that we'd be a higher seed because, two things that were emphasized: the schedule that you put together, and then winning games on the road, and we did both of those. But hey, we're grateful. We're in the greatest sporting event there is, and you know, pretty familiar with Colorado. Tad's one of my best friends in the business and in the world, and now we get to play each other. So there we go.
You talked a bunch about about that schedule during the season, how it was going to pay dividends. Do you feel like almost cheated in that sense that you play that tough schedule and that you got a lower seed?
It makes you wonder about scheduling. If that really is important, or is it more important to win by 30 or 40? I mean, that who knows? But we had a great net. We did our work, and we're in the tournament. And there's a lot of teams that right now would trade places with us, and our guys are excited. It's Dayton's a great place. They come out and support, and you're the first teams playing, and so it's exciting.
And you're not playing Dayton.
Right, and it's good. It's not a home game, no doubt, or a road game like we did. I think it was last time we played there. So our guys are excited. Now there's a quick turnaround. We got to get on the road quickly, and that's I certainly probably didn't plan on that.
The Mountain West in general, Colorado State was literally the last team in. Looked like New Mexico would have been in trouble if they didn't win the tournament. I mean, a little surprised, I guess, after all year the praise the Mountain West got, that it looks like they maybe didn't think you guys as highly as some thought.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher a little bit, but I'd love to know what goes on in that room because I don't know what they were looking at or what things hurt, our league as far as. But it also might be when you're putting together the bracket, you got to keep those teams away from each other, all that stuff that maybe affects seeds and changes lines a little bit. But like I said, hey, it's a great tournament, and we're in it. We're excited to play.
Going to the silver lining, maybe teams have done fairly well coming out of Dayton. They get that first game, they play well, they move on. We look at what New Mexico did this past week at the Mountain West. So how can you make it a positive?
Like I said, it's the advantage nobody wants. It's like down at the conference tournament. It is an advantage to have played a game and the other team hasn't. But you don't want to play. You'd like to have more time to prep. But here we go.
Is there any advantage in the fact that this is your third straight tournament? There really shouldn't be too many surprises for you and your guys. You've been to Dayton before. Max has been to Dayton before. The familiarity, things like that. Is there any little advantage maybe to that?
I think just being in the tournament is an advantage when you've done it more than once, and because when you first get there, your first time, you're just so grateful to be there. Well, when you've been there a few more times, you feel a little more prepared and a little more knowing what to expect.
You feel you guys have played pretty well when you've had that chip on the shoulder, that backs against the wall kind of mentality, coming off a tough loss, next game, whatever. I mean, do you feel like these guys are, I know you're always fired up to play in the NCAA tournament, but
Sure.
to prove people wrong or whatever, they're going to have a big chip?
I think that's kind of what we've had all year long, and it seems like the disrespect has been consistent. We've got second in a league that's a six-bid league, and you get that good of a league, and you get second in it, and that low of a seed, it's a head scratcher. But it's nothing new for us, and we just got to put that on our backs and take it on the road with us.
How do you, I mean, the guys were pretty silent there, obviously not expecting that. How do you get them, going and focus back on?
They'll be focused and they'll be excited to go. And there's pros and cons to everything, but the biggest thing is we're in the tournament, and there's always going to be surprises on this day. And there's some teams that thought they were getting in, and they're in tears now, and their season's over basically, and ours isn't. We had a great practice today. We're ready to go.
When you look at Colorado, you said you've seen them play just about every game they played. So give us a little bit of a scouting report. What did they do best? Maybe what's given them trouble in the games they've lost?
They've got three guys that are projected in the NBA draft next year. I mean, they're a talented team, and they're one of the hottest teams right now. They're one of the hottest teams in the Pac-12. They made it to the championship game, and Tad and his staff do such a tremendous job. And they seem to be playing their best basketball right now. And they got versatile guards. They got size. They can shoot. I mean, there's not a lot of weaknesses with this team. They really, they're really guarding too.
Has Tad texted you yet?
I haven't looked. I'm I'm sure we'll talk. You know, like I said, it's we coached USA basketball the last 2 years together, and we've known each other a long, long time, and I consider him one of my best friends. And there's 68 other options, and you're playing one of your best friends. That's crazy.
You mentioned the quick turnaround. I think you guys leave tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're gonna. It's a quick turnaround, and so we got a lot to do. You got to get the scouting reports. You got to get your practices organized and get your team up to speed on what, because we know them, and some of my players know them, but as far as game plan, all that stuff, they have no idea yet.
You have the saying, Leon, "Let the fur fly." Straight up, I don't know where you really get that from, but we're at the
Dean
time.
Nicholson, yeah.
Well, we're at the time of year where I guess it is just time to let the fur fly.
It is, and you just it's just like, when you get at, into the NCAA tournament or even conference tournament, it's just who plays really good that day. And sometimes it's you got to make shots, you got to do all the things that you do well, and the team that can do that advances.